Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Stoic Path today. We're diving into a profound aspect of Stoicism that often goes unnoticed, the power of silence. In a world that seems to grow noisier with each passing day, the value of silence is often overlooked. Yet, for the Stoic, silence is not merely the absence of noise. It is a profound tool, a sanctuary, and a source of immense strength. Silence, when embraced, is a masterful teacher that guides us to clarity, self-control, and wisdom. In Stoicism, silence is not passive, it is purposeful. It is the act of stepping back, of withholding the impulsive reactions that often lead us astray. Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This simple truth highlights a vital principle. Silence allows us to observe, to listen, and to understand before we act or respond. In moments of anger or frustration, silence can be a powerful tool. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can pause, breathe, and respond thoughtfully. Seneca said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." Silence helps us separate our fears from reality. Navigating manipulation with Stoic silence. When dealing with individuals who use psychological tactics to undermine or control you, silence serves as a countermeasure. Imagine a scenario where someone attempts to guilt trip or gaslight you. Instead of defending yourself or engaging in their narrative, remain silent. This refusal to engage disrupts their strategy and asserts your emotional independence. The Stoics taught us that we control only our own reactions, not the actions of others. By maintaining silence, you signal that their attempts to manipulate you have no effect. This non-reactive stance forces the manipulator to reevaluate their approach, often leaving them powerless. The silent observer, a master of power dynamics. In dark psychology, understanding the behavior of others is paramount. Silence allows you to observe without interference. When you remain quiet, people fill the void with their words, often revealing more than they intend. This information becomes a treasure trove of insights, helping you discern motives, weaknesses, and desires. The Stoics knew that knowledge is power, and silence grants you the space to acquire it. Incorporating dark psychology into the Stoic practice of silence doesn't mean using it to harm others. It means using it as both a defensive and offensive tool. On one hand, silence protects your peace and composure. On the other, it positions you as an enigmatic force that others cannot easily read or influence. Silence as a shield. Silence is a shield against the chaos of the external world. It creates a buffer between us and the distractions that seek to pull us from our path. In moments of conflict or provocation, the power of silence can diffuse anger, disarm hostility, and protect us from being swept away by the emotions of others. By choosing silence, we resist the urge to engage in unnecessary quarrels and maintain our inner peace. Silence as a mirror. More than a shield, silence is also a mirror, one that reflects the truth of our inner world. When we sit in silence, we confront our thoughts, desires, and fears without the interference of outside noise. This self-reflection fosters self-awareness, enabling us to identify what truly matters and discard what does not. Marcus Aurelius often retreated into his own mind, using silence to align his actions with his values. He taught us that within the quiet we find our truest selves. Silence as a subtle influence. Silence can also be an active tool of influence. When you withhold words, you compel others to pay closer attention to what you eventually say. Your silence builds anticipation and amplifies the weight of your speech. This is a tactic often employed in persuasion. Speak only when your words will have maximum impact. Moreover, silence can be a mirror that reflects the insecurities of others. In moments of conflict or negotiation, your silence can unnerve those who expect immediate responses, causing them to overthink, second-guess, or reveal their strategies. By mastering the timing of your silence, you subtly shift the balance of power in your favor. Silence and wisdom. To be silent is not to be ignorant. It is to listen, to learn, and to grow. Silence provides space for others to speak, for wisdom to emerge, and for understanding to deepen. When we speak only when it is necessary and meaningful, our words carry more weight. They become instruments of reason, rather than mere noise. Practicing silence in a noisy world. In a world dominated by constant communication, silence can feel uncomfortable or even unnatural. Yet cultivating silence is an act of rebellion against the noise. Take time each day to withdraw from distractions, to sit quietly, and to listen, to nature, to others, and to yourself. In those moments, you will find the strength to approach life's challenges with calmness and resolve. The strength of silence. Let us remember that silence is not weakness, it is strength. To refrain from speaking in anger, to listen when it is easier to argue, to reflect when action feels urgent. These are not acts of submission, but of mastery. They demonstrate control over our impulses and respect for the wisdom that patience brings. In the words of Seneca, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. Silence is an essential part of that learning, a constant companion on the journey of self-improvement. So, embrace the silence. Let it guide you, protect you, and strengthen you. Within it lies the wisdom of the Stoics and the path to a life of peace, clarity, and purpose. Thank you